Hello everyone, welcome to CyberScoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here, and we are here at the 2017 RSA conference, and I'm talking with Will Ash, the Director of Security for Cisco's Public Sector. Will, thanks for joining us today.
Hi Greg, thanks for having me.
So, talk to me about what you're seeing on the floor and what you're hearing from your federal customers as far as how they are advancing and protecting against the threats.
What we're hearing is our federal customers are managing cybersecurity in a very constrained environment.
Okay.
And the primary constraints are budget, compatibility issues, certification requirements, and talent shortages.
So with that budget shortage, how are we moving to a place where we can have a holistic cybersecurity sense of what is going on inside agencies' networks?
Certainly. So the budget constraints, obviously, security departments are fighting for budget from other parts of agencies and organizations. And so they're being forced to do more with the same or many times less. So what we're finding is they're being more focused on solutions that are automated and integrated in order to make their budget dollars go further.
So how much of this movement, there was some of it towards the end of the Obama administration with a movement toward IT modernization. There's rumors of that possibly coming up in a forthcoming executive order when it comes to federal IT. How much, in your opinion, would modernization help the government improve its cybersecurity posture?
Well, that speaks to the second constraint, and that's around compatibility issues.
Okay.
So absolutely, compatibility issues are cyber solutions being installed that are not compatible with legacy systems, which speaks to your modernization comment, as well as not integrating with other parts of the cyber stack within our customers and the agency's cyber solutions. So that in itself is an impetus to drive security dollars and bring budget dollars into the cyber departments of our agencies.
How do you see agencies wrapping their arms around what is really sitting on their networks? Endpoint security is such a big deal when you're dealing with agencies of this size and scope. So how do CIOs and CISOs really get a handle on what is sitting on their network?
Right, so it speaks to how important the core communications infrastructure is to our agencies, and enabling these CIOs and CISOs to have visibility to the entire core infrastructure through the network, into the cloud, into the endpoint, as you mentioned. So it's critically important to have an architecture that is interconnected and automated across that entire continuum.
Let's talk about that automation perspective, because I know that is a big thing, especially with, again, the budget crisis and with a workforce that needs to be filled. Talk to me about how important automation really is for the federal government in order to get their hands around what is going on their networks.
Certainly. So we talked about the budget, we talked about the compatibility issues, we talked about talent shortage. The automation stripes all three of those very critically. So agencies are being forced to do more with the same or less. The compatibility issues are making piece parts of an integrated architecture not able to talk to one another. And the talent shortage is having less people and less skills to address things. So what we found in a recent report is that just more than half of alerts are being investigated by security departments. So the absence of automation, the absence of talent, the absence of budget dollars is forcing our agencies to not investigate almost half of the alerts they're receiving. So that opens up operational space for the adversaries, and it's a really critical concern.
So with all of those concerns, and we're here at RSA talking about the concerns going on just in cybersecurity in general, a lot of it can be pessimistic. We have a lot of threats. We saw what happened with the election, the Mirai botnet. A lot of that is pessimistic. What is optimistic? What's a good cybersecurity story? What's a good cybersecurity angle that we can look forward to in the future?
Certainly. So as we're looking forward, we already see some movement underfoot that cyber has become so critical that it's moving up as far as what type of discussion it is. So it's clearly a risk management issue, which has now made its way to the boardroom and the highest level of the agencies in the federal government, so agency heads. So it's there not only as part of a cyber management and protecting the enterprise, but also being integrated to enabling the agency's missions, to enabling the digitization and the transformation around these different agencies and what they want to do to become better agencies for their constituents. So that's an absolute optimistic view on it, that cyber is now an enabler to positive and the mission of the agencies.
Great. Will, appreciate your insights. Thanks for taking some time to talk with us today.
I always enjoy it, Greg. Thanks for coming. All right.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.